Hello, thank you for your company this Thursday evening. First tonight, imagine a job which demanded your attention for 365 days a year. Most days getting up at the crack of dawn and often, especially in the summer, working until dark. Well, all day today, the BBC has been looking at some of the challenges facing the farming industry. It's all part of a campaign called Farm Watch. Now, latest government figures show that farming income in our region dropped by 10% in 2023 to £63 million. Within each farm type in England, typically around 30% are making a loss across the business, ranging from 23% of dairy farms to 40% of mixed farms. But for cereal farms, following 2 years of exceptional highs, business income fell by a massive 73%. Well, one crop farmer in North Yorkshire says he'd have more money in his pocket if he and his daughter worked 2 days a month in a supermarket instead of 365 days a year on their farm. Dr. Nick Wilson from just outside York says it's the worst harvest he's known in more than 20 years because of the extremely dry weather. Here's Mark Ansell.
Harvesting the crop is supposed to be the high point in the calendar for arable farmers like Nick, but not this year. Yields are way down because it's been so dry. Nick says the weather is just one of the reasons he's losing and not making money.
Politicians expect food to be cheap, and like I say, we can't produce cheap food now in this country because all the funding has gone. We're exposed to world markets. One thing I would really like to see is better labelling on food, and if food actually said on the package that this product may contain traces of chemicals banned in the UK, then the consumer could decide whether they wanted to buy it or not.
While Nick is harvesting the spring barley, his daughter Rebecca is collecting the straw that's left behind.
We literally drive over the straw, and the baler has lots of different parts inside. It wraps up the straw really tight and basically just turns out a bale. We'll then lead the straw away from the field, back to the farmyard, and we use it for animal bedding over the winter.
Rebecca is desperate to farm here long into the future.
I have youth on my side, hopefully, to bring some enthusiasm, but that enthusiasm is completely zapped. And I think I return back to the farm out of a sense of kind of heritage. I'm the 5th generation. But also we have to be able to make a living as this next generation, either returning back to family farms or indeed starting afresh as a new entrant. And it's massively challenging at the moment for many, many different reasons. And one of the things that you'll have seen here in this field is that both the grain yield and the straw yield is massively down because of the drought conditions that we've had.
The government says our commitment to farming and food security is steadfast, which is why we've allocated a record £11.8 billion to sustainable farming and food production over this Parliament. However, for Nick, the future is bleak.
Your mental health is shot at. I've never been as disheartened, even though it's a fantastic industry. I've never felt less motivated to continue. And we're looking now, what do we do for growing crops next year? And we cannot see a crop that we can make money on. And for us, on the arable side, that is just, it's a horrendous position to be in. And it affects food security.
Nick and Rebecca want nothing more than to continue farming. But at the moment, there's no quick fix. Mark Ansell, BBC Look North, Great Ousburn, New York.